Hello everyone, this is John for the Angelic Healing Certificate number 2, session number 5. I'm very excited to be here. We're going to be talking about amazing subjects today again. Alright, I would like you to look into my eyes and focus on your crystal ball. Expand it. And visualize now all your heart chakra opening up and releasing all those different emotions, all those fears, transforming them by visualizing them being released as being a white cloud coming out of your chest, of your heart. Visualize this white cloud getting lighter and lighter, getting higher and higher, breaking down into fine tiny particles of energy. And let's focus our heart to be working on joy frequency, by setting a frequency to a specific chakra. And at the same time, let's feed our thoughts. Let's feed our mind with some thoughts. I'd like you to start, when you interact with others, when you look at movies and watch documentaries, start noticing people that you appreciate for their gifts. Wow, I love this person, the way he speaks. I love the way this person introduced himself. I love how this person is so friendly with others. Notice each different single thing that you like and start writing them down, taking notes. The specific thing that you like about one person, and the name of the person. And again, start implementing this concept about what would it take for me to become more like this person. Just observe from your crystal ball, from your soul point of view, not your mind, but from your soul point of view. Start observing where you are and where you would like to be. If you've been noticing those things in different people, different person, it's only because you have inside of you this potential to be as great as those person. You need to unleash those different blockages to unlock them and unleash your creativity, to let your creativity expand, reaching other boundaries, discovering new territories. for your gifts to flourish. Like sunflowers following the sun, the course of the sun. You want to follow the guides that you like, your mentors. Again, mentors can also be animals, can be plants. Anything can be your mentor. Observe a tree going through seasons, letting go of their leaves. Growing, expanding them. Creating fruits. That's the cycle of life. Start noticing this calm energy rising from within, this peaceful strength and force. Transforming progressively all those different thoughts, emotions that you had. Bringing more awareness into your work. You having then the ability to notice details, to perceive shifts and change of frequency, of brightness, and for being able to be a better healer. Details make things possible. Amazing things happening. Now you'd be able to progressively pick up on those different frequencies that we use. And each time you feel a new frequency, just like now, being able to store it the same way we've been storing other frequencies, remember? By visualizing on your button a mark where that frequency is, and then being able to get back to it just by visualizing it and then feeling it. You can have also a label that pops up with the name of the frequency, and you're going directly for that. Create your own tools. Be creative. Again, you don't need me to tell you, oh, remember that type of frequency. Be sure that you have this frequency saved and stored. You really want to be able to do it on your own. And again, don't wait on doing some energy work to be able to do that. Do it when you're on a train, on a landscape, listening to a very specific note of music or song. It's like capturing moments. It's like for a DJ, being able to create your own notes, instrument recording musics, songs. You want to record those different bits and pieces that are yours, that are your prints, that will create your brand. And by being able then to be able to be playing with those different notes, then you create your own music, your own melody, by creating sequence, adding them up, mixing them, playing them with like alphabet, creating new words, new sentences. And for that you need to create your own letters, create your own alphabet. That's what makes some music or musicians or DJs, artists so amazing, because they're able to pick up that sound that is going to be different from any other sound, and that's going to be their signature. Start having in mind those different concepts. See how many different subjects we've been blending. We grasp from each different direction everything that we can collect in order to create what we need. Isn't that amazing? Being able to do that. Keep breathing in and breathing out. Be aware of your breathing. Let your breathing participate in your healing, but not for your breathing to control your healing. Your breathing has to be another layer. Just like your perceptions, just like perceiving the field of energy, feeling blockages on someone. It is just another layer. Start increasing your level of frequency as well. And be sure you stay on your same pace. I love those different recordings. They're so amazing. They're so different one from each other. And again, if you put them one after the other, it's like creating letters, crafting letters for each single recording will be one letter, composed of a certain line and shape. And then when you put all those recordings one after the other, It brings your whole body, soul, mind, spirit to an amazing journey. Let's create the bonds now between the solar plexus and your heart. You will find that most of the time those two are very linked, and as soon as one person has emotional blockages, it blocks both. That's also why they're so close physically to one from each other. From one to the other. Also, start adjusting as well your sight to what you perceive. You can visualize your sight being able to zoom in, to zoom out, to focus. To increase the brightness. Work on your sight, on your eyes, as they are some kind of device. You start to notice that you can play like this on each single element. Adjusting it, changing its frequency. Enhancing its capacities. How many tools you can use. One tool I like to use is when you need to have specific answers to a subject you don't know anything about. Creating a box of energy with 6 vortexes. Visualizing that box being huge for you to be able to sit on a white chair and having, let's say, 6 chairs in front of you in an arc circle shape in front of you, and calling in one after the other specific guides, ascended masters, angels, who could help you solving a specific problem. Let's call it a challenge. And then suddenly, progressively, you're going to see them becoming real in front of your eyes. You can let your soul guide you towards picking up the right ones, or you can name one specifically or several specifically to come and guide you. And interact with them as soon as you start seeing them, perceiving them. It can be a thin layer of white and few signs letting you know who they are. They can even say their name. You can hear them. You can feel their energy. Again, you can interact with them in many different ways. You can feel that certain are taller, larger, the density is different. They come from other time and space realities. When you do this work, always be sure that the energy level of the room is high enough, and as well you're grounded enough, which is very important. This tool that I just gave you, you can just spend all your life discovering ways of using it. Learning, discovering, writing, doing essays just on specific topics. Again, use the tools that you feel the most comfortable with, the ones that feel right, the ones that will guide you. The ones that you're good at. Having several guides being manifested in front of you help you in many different ways. Not only you're able to see them and to communicate with them verbally and hearing them as well, or feeling them, but it brings you to a whole new level by allowing you to be part of a circle right away. That's the amazing part. You actually bringing those different spirits to a specific place out of time and space for gathering, for talking about one specific subject. Don't be shy as well on implementing rules as well. One person should be talking when he is asked to, or they should be letting other ones talking before expressing themselves. It is very important. And you will notice that some of those guys do respect those rules and some try to bend them by speaking louder or cutting another person's talking. You really want to be able to handle those type of talks in the best way possible. So be sure you set your mind into exactly what you want, or at least the frequency that you want to hold. Be sure that you say thank you when it's about time for them to leave. Sometimes you will see that one person just say, thank you for all, I have to go, and they just leave and the seat is empty within one fraction of a second. Because they've got other things, they are being called on other tasks. Some others will tell you a story or share something before leaving, saying, well, before leaving I would just like to share this story with you, and then I will let you go. and they spend a few seconds or minutes talking about one subject. Some are very playful and start laughing out loud. Some are more reserved. Some like to share their emotions. Some others like to be more quiet, but interacting when it feels necessary or accurate to talk. You can have a specific conversation with a painter, an architect, with Albert Einstein, Leonardo da Vinci. You can bring truth to some events that happen by bringing some famous people from a specific time frame. Imagine interacting and talking with Napoleon Bonaparte. When you do those different things, be aware that it's like browsing on internet. You really want to know what you're looking for, and you really want to know how much time you're willing to spend on it. Otherwise, you can just be getting out of this reality and just be talking to your best friends, imaginary best friends. Doesn't this remind you something like those kids talking to their imaginary friends? Interesting, huh? We've been losing this contact with this reality. When you were a kid, maybe you were allowed to be talking to imaginary friends, or maybe your family and friends would have shut you down this creativity path by telling you, well, if he is that alive, then ask him to move this object, or ask him to bring me this. That different interactions could definitely shut down your gifts and your joy as well for those type of activities, and it takes time then to get back into it with faith, confidence, trusting your path. What would it take for you to find your own path? What would it take for you to discover all your gifts and abilities and being able to express them at best? What would it take for you to be able to share those emotions with others? To bring joy in this life, in this world? What would it take to be confident in the messages that you want to deliver? To be able to express yourself, to share, to transmit, to ignite this fire inside of you. There's so many ways of expressing ourselves. Which one are you going to choose? Which ones are you going to choose? Are you going to limit yourself to only some of them? Are you going to be able to express them all at once, all the time, anywhere, with anyone, with everyone? How much intensity do you want to put in this process? How far Are you willing to go on this journey? How committed you want to be? How present you're willing to be? Remember, setting goals helps you to structure your work. Having deadlines helps you as well. Let's say, for example, that you commit over a period of certain weeks to do those trainings, teachings, Angelic Teaching 1 and Angelic Teaching 2. And you committing over a period of 2 days and a half to go through 5 recordings per week. How much would that change you? What benefit do you get after each session? Being able to be open-minded as well, not only during the session, but prior to the session and after the session. Prior to the session, to be open to anything that comes towards you. And after the session, for you to be able to open up to any positive changes and shifts that will come towards you, allowing you opportunities to be able to transcend your reality, to become this new you, to get closer to this new you every time. Remember, emotions from your own past, from other realities, will try to come and stick to who you are. You don't want to be that. You want to be happy, you want to be joyful. You want to be able to share who you really are. Be focused. Be focused on what you want to do. Keep breathing in, breathing out. Let's bring more intensity now to this work. Feel this joy increasing in intensity. How many hundreds of different parameters have we been working on? How many shifts and gears? How many different slopes have we been taking? Keep breathing in and breathing out. At one point, you'll get back to those recordings, or start writing notes, taking notes, saying, oh, recording 5 at 35 minutes, and just writing down the topic so you know that you can get back to them whenever you need. Remember, when you start to have thoughts coming up, interfering with your work, don't block them. Accept them, welcome them for what they are. Write them down if needed. Just the theme of it so you don't forget it. Then come back to your work, to your tasks. And if you start noticing that you keep going back and forth between your own thoughts and the work that you're supposed to be doing, just state, what would it take for me to be able to be focused on the task that I have to do, still receiving messages that are important for me when I need to have them coming to me. Remember that because you increase your level of frequency, then you tap into this huge amount of thoughts, ideas available for yourself as well. And if the only time where you reach this high frequency is the time where you help others or you do some energy work to do some healing or psychic readings, then the only time left for your own messages to come through you, towards you, is during that time period. That gives you the answer. So if you feel being faced with the fact that you're receiving constantly messages for yourself or for your life or for your close relatives when you do some energy work on others, helping them, well, acknowledge the fact that you might need as well to do some tasks to create some time, to manifest some time, I like that, to manifest some time for yourself, where you could be raising your energy level and then welcoming all those different emotions towards you and perceptions, messages. That's a very important key factor for your success. The more committed you will be in your energy work, the more it will work. Again, remember that each person is different. You will definitely be facing things that another person will not, or not as intensely. What you want is find the right answers for you at the right moment. And for that you need to trust. Remember, it's like this chair making some noise when you sit on it. You can acknowledge the noise, or you can stay with it for a long period of time. Wow, it's like tapping on your phone and making it move when you're recording something. Huh? All right. So, be strong, be committed, feel happy, be flexible. That will be the key word for today. Thank you very much.